Ay, 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 ay. Ay, ay, ay. Hi, Liam. I'm not gonna glaze you as well. Okay, no, already cook face tried. Fucking Happy Meal already tried. Next thing I know, fucking Bobby is gonna join in here and do that the same as well. I'm, I'm only gonna banter you or rant about you. How slow you are in that Aston Martin Aramco. Why is it even Aston Martin Aramco? Fuck. Yeah. Uh, Could be doing something better than this shit. Ah, whatever. Thank God I'm like 2 weeks gone from this, at least. Hey, hey, hey. Tomorrow, going on a ferry to Poland. So, yeah. As you can see, Bahrain, probably the most friendly, battery friendly car. SV, fuck off. Uh, Probably the most, yeah, the most ERS friendly track that we've been to. 3 out of the 4 races have been total ass raping experiences for the drivers in terms of battery usage. Australia, Great Britain, and Las Vegas torture. Uh, Probably the same torture as the hummus torture. Brazil probably wasn't so bad. You can and wasn't so bad because you can gain quite a lot of ERS back through the second sector from the double right-hander 6 and 7 and then into turn 12. That whole section you can gain a lot of ERS. So it wasn't so bad. But Australia, really fucking bad. Silverstone and Las Vegas, yeah, the hummus torture experience. So Bahrain, a little bit better, a little bit more heartbreaking zones, um, and just a little bit more places to recharge the batteries. Uh, yeah. So Nick, yeah, next week. No, no, not next week. That's gonna be after. So driver standings, actually race results should be. That's my fucking god. Where the fuck? What? How am I supposed to? Fastest laps, attack rating, defense. What? Think this? What the f? What fu- couldn't could fucking hell, Jamie? You couldn't just get the normal. I have to get myself the results because I don't understand shit from those that he put out. So hold on, where the fuck is it? It's gonna be somewhere in here. Uh, before. All right, so it was Gecko who won in Las Vegas. Elias second, Happy Meal third, Jamie fourth, Foxer fifth, Fran sixth, Eagle seventh, F1 Shot eighth, Yusuf ninth, and Willow in 10th, CP in 11th, and Mr. Mine in 12th. So in the driver standings, Gecko extends his championship lead over Focuser, who didn't have a great race last week. Not really that he's had a single great race this whole season, really. Besides, well, I mean, the British GP, but there he got a bit lucky with um, almighty Jamie crash out as well as Savage, uh, and everything in between. So other than that, Foxer's pace has been a bit mid. So Gecko in the lead, 20 points over Foxer. Gecko first, 79 points. Foxer second, 59 points. Elias third, 54 points, jumps 3 places. Foxer, no, Yusuf, with his poor race in Las Vegas, poor race pace, and just poor pace overall, is in fourth with 45 points. Eagle in fifth with 43 points. Savage drops down to sixth with 41 points, serving this week his second race ban. I would guess so. He's still no, he's not anymore in that McLaren, but we are only with 13 people in here somehow. I don't know how, but none of it should be technically more, but okay. Okay, we're ready. Apparently, readying up with 13 people. Lovely. Happy Meal in seventh with 36 points. Great result from him last week. Night Owl drops down to eighth with 25 points. Jamie in ninth with 21. SV runs over the top 10 with 19 points. And in the constructors, Mercedes still lead over McLaren, extend their championship lead to now 14 points. Mercedes in the lead, 124 points. McLaren second, 110. Ferrari close in on McLaren though with that 2 and 3. They close in to 13 points behind McLaren. Ferrari with 97 points. Then a big gap to the rest of the pack. To Williams in fourth with 45 points, just in front of Alpine, who are in fifth with 43 points. Red Bull finally, and I mean finally, get themselves in front, or a bit more in front of the V-Corps. 34 points for them. For Red Bull, still in sixth with a terrible season for them so far. V-Corp in seventh with 19 points. Eighth is Haas with 5 points. Cadillac in ninth with 3 points. The same amount as Audi, but Cadillac have a better position where they started, finished. And then Aston Martin still in 0 points. No, fuck off. Yeah, so for whatever reason, we have only 13 people. I do not know how we have 13 people. Even though there's supposed to be a bit more, but we are with 13 people. We have one McLaren, two Ferraris, two Mercedes, uh, two Red Bulls. So that's already seven. So there's only CP in the Haas. Fucking hell, Liam could get points. Liam in that Aston Martin could get points if, well, it's either going to be Cadillac or there's Murphy in any sort of a is he in a, can I fucking see contracts? Is Murphy in any sort of a, yeah, he is. He's contracted to Cadillac, so that's one. So he's gonna get points. Cookface, where was he? In the Audi, and Audi are in the Ferrari Academy, so okay. So yeah, everyone can get points in here. So it's either gonna be Cadillac or an Aston Martin getting points in here. I think if Murphy is in SAT, then should be more likely to get points. So Liam is gonna have to rely on someone retiring this race, or I don't know, somehow they're gonna have a terrible race. But yeah, it's gonna be more of a boring one with 13 people. At least it's gonna be more of a quick one, since the quali lasts only 18 minutes. It's gonna take an hour 15 max, so it's not gonna be so bad. Cookface starts our first flying lap of the session. As you can see, it's dry as usual for Bahrain, and then night, or not necessarily night, but it's dark in Bahrain since 2014. Since, well, before that, I don't know why did they choose to run a track in the Middle East, where it gets really fucking hot in the middle of, well, even in April it's gonna get really fucking hot during the day. Thankfully we are now at night driving this. Also, it just looks a bit more, it just looks a bit better driving at night. Cookface going quite wide on the X into turn 10. Turn 11 as well, going wide. Not really a great lap from Cookface at the moment. 108.398 for now for Cookface. So it's not really gonna be a good lap from him so far. Coming around the two final corners, turn 40 and 15, someone has broken the barge board, or the brake board. Anyways, Cookface is gonna run out to the finish line, 130.528. Not a great lap by Cookface, but for a first lap it's not that bad. At first. Then there's gonna be Gecko starting his lap. Murphy goes fastest for now, 130.284 for Cadillac, so for now a good lap, but we saw that Cookface did go, well, that lap wasn't great by him, let's just say that, it wasn't great by him at all. Foxer runs off to the finish line and easily goes faster than Murphy, almost 2 seconds, 1.7 seconds faster than Murphy. Liam invalidated his previous run. It's kind of insane that you can actually invalidate on the circuit. The Red Bulls are going for a bit more, well, not going immediately for flying laps. Elias beats Foxer's time by 1.2 seconds himself. 127.353. For Elias, it's a home Grand Prix, if I remember right. Yes, it's a home Grand Prix. Saudi is close as well, but Bahrain is his main event, his main home race. But of course, Saudi could be said that close enough. It's really close. It's like the next door neighbor. of Bahrain, and it's not hostile, I guess. I don't think so, at least, between those two countries. So, yeah. Gecko goes fastest now by 3 tenths, 1:27.041 for Gecko. Pretty expected. Happy Meal goes third, 1:28.164. Night Owl, pretty close behind Happy Meal, only 16 thousandths behind. There's still Eagle yet to do a lap, and the two Red Bulls. Reese rounding off the two final corners, so he should be able to go into a good position up front. Goes third, 1:27.791. Eagle is gonna start his first lap. Jamie is on the third straight line mode. How the fuck would you even say it? SM mode straight. SM straight. I don't know. Straight. I don't fucking know. College as the DRS, fuck's sake. Running off the two final corners anyways. Probably is gonna go slower than Reese, I would imagine. Yeah, he's definitely gonna go slower than Reese. By how much? Well, quite a lot. Just in front of Foxer by 4 tenths. Behind Reese by 6 tenths, almost 6. No, that's gonna be 7 tenths. Sorry, that's gonna be 7 tenths, if anything, 7.5. So not a great time by Jamie. Also, not a great time by Yusuf, although he is improving by 3.5 tenths through the first sector, but still 3.5 tenths through the first sector only. At the moment, the Audi, be it blocking Yusuf, not really necessarily blocking, like actually sitting there on the apex, but just a distraction in as well a grid where there's only 13 drivers. It's a bit shit if you're actually blocking someone. Yeah, let's see what Yusuf can do in the second sector. He should be improving by quite a lot. Not really that close to Gecko. I wouldn't really expect Yusuf to be that close to Gecko, because Gecko is on a different planet with his base. Yusuf was improving by a second through the second sector, so already going faster than Happy Meal. But I would still expect him to be right behind Elias, or like, I don't know, 2 tenths behind Elias, if anything. Yusuf coming across the line. He goes only 7th though. 2 tenths behind Happy Meal, and the same to Night Owl pretty much. 28.3. I mean, he is on a bit of used tires now on those softs. So if he puts on a brand new set, he could gain a bit of time. Foxer as well improved on his time in that time. Well, it's focusing Yusuf, 27.953 is in 4th. Yeah, Yusuf just not there at the moment. Also, he said that he couldn't be asked to drive earlier, so oh yeah. Cookface is improving. Definitely is gonna improve through the second sector, as he did go wide in turn 10. Now he's gonna gain time. Is Yusuf gonna block him? Because I mean, Cookface did kind of like I say, not really block, but just distract his lap. 7 tenths faster through the second sector, so already going faster than Murphy, going faster than CP as well. Just behind Eagle, that would be, though. He's getting that bit of slipstream though from Yusuf, so he's actually benefiting quite a bit. Does get that bit of slipstream. Cookface to the line, just behind. Well, actually not just behind Eagle. I just saw that there's 1.2 seconds of a gap between Eagle and CP. Cookface goes 10th, 29.7. I genuinely did not realize that it was a 28.7 by Eagle. I didn't realize that the gap was 1.2 seconds between Eagle and CP. Anyways, Cookface goes 10th, bit over 2 tenths faster than CP. Murphy is improving by 4 tenths, a bit over 4 tenths through the second sector. Doesn't have that much battery though to the final corner. 2 final corners. Let's see how much battery is he gonna have to the line. No much either. Runs out pretty early. Murphy improves by 4 tenths and jumps in front of CP as well. So up to P11, but still quite a bit back by Cookface. Let's see what Gecko has invalidated. Elias, it didn't really look like that he was that much on a lap. At least, like I say, it didn't look like it, but let's see what he can do in the second sector. Night Owl, in the meantime, has improved to 5th, 28.022. Happy Meal as well on a lap, marginally improving to the first sector. Elias to the first sector was marginally improving as well through the first. Second sector, 1.5 tenths. That's still quite a bit fair back to Gecko. Gecko isn't on the lap, like I said, so we don't know what Gecko will be doing now, but I would expect that Gecko would be improving as well. Elias to the line, a little bit better than Murphy to the line. This is battery. Elias just behind Gecko, 27.087. That's 4.5. No, that's going to be 4.5. What would it be? 46 thousandths of a second behind Gecko. Reese just about gaining to the first sector. Happy Meal improved to 5th. Back in front of Night Owl, but just behind Folkser. Reese to the second sector, improving by 1/10. Honestly, at this point, he's improving only to not get jumped by anyone else behind. He's not going to go in front of Elias or Gecko, realistically. Especially that he is 7 tenths back from Elias as of right now. A bit of a slide on the exit of the final corner. Reese improves by 1.5 tenths, 27.636. Still 5.5 tenths back from Elias. Like I said, realistically, Reese is not going to be battling Elias or Gecko. He's just improving the time to extend the gap to the cars behind, so that no one else from behind is gonna be able to overtake him. In the meantime, in the front, Gecko marginally improving, but he's improving by... No, he's not anymore improving. He's not improving anymore. Lost it on the exit out of turn 12. Actually, 13, sorry. Out of turn 13. Too early, I think, on the battery, on the boost mode, and just completely lost the rear end of the car on the exit. Managed to save it though with no damage whatsoever, just code brown in the pants. Yeah. Many poos came out of my ani. Or his ani, it would be. Yeah. But Gecko was improving. He did find some time, but it was very marginal though. 46 thousandths. He would go into 26s, but still quite marginal. CP is the only driver to be on a lap. Jamie could have been if he wouldn't have invalidated. Could see Yusuf and Eagle soon starting their laps. CP, let's see what through the first sector CP can do. 44 thousandths through the first sector up. Yeah, like I say, there's a big difference in the grid in terms of pace. We'll have the top two fighting for pole, Gecko and Elias. Then we have, you could split it from P3 all the way down to like P7, probably. Actually, let's take the whole from P3 to P9, fighting for, well, P3. And then after that there's Cookface, Murphy, CP, and then there's Liam in the F2 category. CP was improving though through the second sector by half a second. So CP should be able to just be really in front of Cookface. Did find more time as well through the third sector, and is 4 tenths faster than Cookface on her lap. 4 tenths faster, so that's quite a lot of time for Cookface or Murphy to find. Let's see what Eagle is doing. 2.5 tenths to the second sector. Yusuf is not improving. He's fucked it. Let's see what Eagle is doing, because he is the only one on a lap now. Eagle through the second sector. 6.5 tenths faster to the second sector. So Eagle is going for a 27. Well, he's close there to a 27. He is, with that gain, he would go in front of Yusuf. Can he maintain it? And could he gain a little bit more time through the third sector? He has quite a lot of battery to the end compared to the others. Goes P7, exactly 7 tenths faster than his previous time, and goes in front of Yusuf into P7, just behind Night Owl. But a good lap nonetheless from Eagle, in that apparently fixed Williams, but it's not fixed. Does he even have the... It technically has that new... Well, it has the Williams wheel, yes, but it's still quick, even though in real life it's a tractor. So, yeah. Great stuff, Cody's. Or EA could say, even, because it's more EA than Cody's at this point. What was Folkser is down into the first sector by a shit ton. He's not on a lap. He's, yeah, he's... Folkser has been gapped by Yusuf. Let's see what Yusuf is gonna do through the second sector. I mean, Yusuf's pace is not really that good. Only a 10th through the second sector now. So not really improving that much. I mean, with that, he's not gonna be close at all to go in front of Eagle or Night Owl. I mean, I would expect him to be in front of both of them. But let's see to the line. He has a bit of battery to the end. Yusuf goes P7 right in between Night Owl and Eagle, but still not really the place that I would expect him to be. I would really be expecting him to be up there with Folks and Happy Meal, but he's just lost the pace that he had in the first part, the first few races. Night Owl is on a lap. The same is with Elias. Elias is not improving to the first sector. Gecko, we don't see his first sector. Let's see what Night Owl can do. Night Owl is gonna go up to P4 in front of Folkser. Good lap by Night Owl in that Alpine. Then we have a few other people on the laps, but we have Elias who's improving by 24 thousandths through the second sector. Gecko marginally, and I mean very marginally, up in the first sector. Second sector marginally down. So it's anyone's game who can get pole position. I think that's gonna be Murphy, that CP crossing the line, improves her time, stays at 10th. Elias, can he go provisional pole position? Yes, he can go provisional pole position. 27.025. Gecko to the line. Could he steal Elias's pole position? Yes, he can steal Elias's pole position in his home country. The only driver to go into 26s. 26.987. Gecko takes pole position for the Bahrain Grand Prix. Elias is going to be second, Reese third, Happy Meal in fourth. Unless Folkser can do anything about it, and it doesn't seem like it, he is going to jump in front of Night Owl. So it's Reese third, Happy Meal fourth, Folkser fifth, then the two Night Owl and Eagle in the Alpine and Williams. Then it is Yusuf in the Mercedes. Then I think it was Jamie. Yes, it is Jamie, the worst of the best. And then it's CP who is best of the rest. Cookface, Murphy, and then Liam in his F2, little green F2 car. But it is Gecko who takes pole position in Bahrain. Elias second, takes the take the front row by 6 tenths, just in a different league. And yeah, then Reese and Happy Meals were close. Folkser, in terms of position, he is back there. But I mean, still, just the pace that Folkser was showing. Like I always compare this to the pace compared last season compared to this season by Foxer, it's underwhelming what we saw last season. So yeah, it is what it is. Let's see. Let's see how the race is gonna pan out. Should be. I think it's gonna be a two-stopper nonetheless. The Rees are gonna get bit cooked with the acceleration zones. So yeah, but we'll see. Should be pretty expected how the grid is gonna be split. P1, P2, Gecko and Elias are gonna just run away, and then I guess best of the rest, or rest of the best, is gonna be there fighting for third, and then best of the races are gonna be fighting for 10th. Most probably as we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 roulets. 5 roulets, and the lights out now, and we go here in the Bahrain Grand Prix. Gecko doesn't get a good start at all. Is going to get eaten by Elias and Rees. Rees and Elias are going side by side into turn 1. And Gecko's trying to make it 3 wide. Rees is trying to take the lead of the Grand Prix on the mediums, and he does it so. Takes the lead of the Grand Prix on the exit of turn 3 on the mediums. Gecko got a horrible start off the line on the mediums as well. Elias the only one on the hards. Rees trying to keep that P1, and he does so still into the S's. Gecko gets back to P2. Elias drops a position trying to attack Rees, but losing a position to Gecko because of it. But what a start by Rees. What a horrible start by Gecko though, who lost 2 positions off the line, managed to regain that 1 position. But Rees, what a start from him. From third, right behind Gecko. Gecko, horrible, and I mean absolute horrible start, is in the lead. Realistically, the lead is gonna last like a lap or 2. But still, a very good race, a very good start for Rees. And this is very important, so that then maybe he could run away from the others a bit. And maybe he could potentially play with Gecko a bit. Potentially. Don't see it though, but potentially. Gecko already right behind him. Then it's Elias, Foxer, Nidal, Happy Meal, Eagle, Jamie, Yusuf, Liam, who got a very good start, is up to 10th. Cookface, CP, and Murphy in the lead. Gecko is going for it on Rees. A bit of a lockup by Gecko. Rees trying to hang it around the outside. He's still there. A little bit of wheel-to-wheel contact, just a tiny bit. Gecko is on the outside, but has the car in front. And there's contact between the two. Gecko has been spun round by Rees. I don't know, did Rees just fully misjudge the braking there into turn 4? Did he lock up? Or did Gecko just not leave any space, not enough space for Rees? Behind there are yellows because Eagle has been spun round as well, or by himself. Drops down to 13th. In the front, Fox and Rees are fighting for second. In this whole chaos, Elias is in the race lead. Technically, he's back in the race lead. Well, not really back. He had the race lead for like 2 seconds or 3 seconds, and then he lost it to Rees. But this moves up, of course, Foxer to second, Nidal to 4th, Happy Meal to 5th. Yusuf and Jamie were fighting for 6th and 7th. Gecko is already overtaking Jamie, but I don't know what the hell happened there between Gecko and Rees. Both of them, it kinda looked like, I think that Rees may have just overcooked it into four, trying to keep up with Gecko, as Rees and Nidal are fighting for third, side by side through turns 1, 2, and 3, keeping it clean at least here. But I don't know, was it Gecko just not leaving any space, or was it that Rees went really wide as behind? Happy Meal tried to go for a space that just wasn't gonna exist there behind Rees, and he got spun around by Rees. I think that's is pretty obvious that, for me at least, that Habermehl was kind of trying to go for a space that was gonna close in the end. I guess he wasn't expecting Reese to close in like that, but Reese not a great record at the moment. Even if I can't really fully comment on the first one because I didn't have a great view on that. But the contact between Habermehl and Reese for me was pretty clear that Habermehl just went to a gap that was always gonna close. Yeah. But now Gecko and Reese, round 2 of their battle. Round 1 was supposed to be pretty quick for these two. Gecko was supposed to overtake Reese pretty quickly, but in the end, Gecko got spun round. Again, for like the 4th time that I'm gonna say this. I don't know who is at fault. From that view, you could say that Gecko didn't leave any space, but could be as well that Reese tried to send it down inside as Gecko loses it on the exit of turn 2 all by himself. All by himself on the exit of turn 2. Horrible start to this race for him. Just managing to not take out Eagle. But the first 4 laps for Gecko have been absolutely terrible for him, for our championship leader. This is, of course, all this is great news, fantastic news for Elias, that his championship rival and this race rival, main rival, is all the way down in 9th with 7 seconds back. Gecko is 7 seconds back to Elias, and Elias, with those hard tires, he can go. The longer this race is gonna go, the better his tires will be relatively to the mediums. So at the moment he has the upper hand in terms of strategy, it seems like it. So yeah, Elias is in a very good spot. Just needs to make sure that Foxer doesn't really intervene with this. Both of them have pretty low amount of VRS. Is Foxer gonna send it down inside into turn 1? No, he doesn't. But to end of the case between Gecko and Reese, as Gecko overtakes Eagle into turn 1, pretty easy overtake for Gecko probably. Eagle just didn't really fancy defending. I mean, kind of obvious. I would do the same when the car behind you is like 9/10 faster a lap. Don't need to really defend. Just cut the losses of the fighting. But yeah, we will leave it to leave it to the stewards, honestly, because the view that I had was terrible. Couldn't really see who caused it. Was it Gecko turning in too early, or was it Reese sending it from a long way back? Didn't really seem like Reese was that far back, but Reese could have just outbroken himself, as Gecko and Habermehl are going side by side into turn 11, but Gecko gets the run into turn 12 to the inside and is in front of Habermehl. Habermehl fancies a move into 13. Gecko didn't really think that he should be there. They're now side by side to 14. They're going 3 wide almost into 14. Eagle as well fancies a move. He fancies a move on Habermehl. This of course benefits Gecko, that they're a bit further back. Both of them have somewhat low amount of ERS. Eagle has a bit less, actually more, sorry, than Habermehl. And Eagle is back down to P9, and Habermehl is behind Gecko. Let's see if maybe Habermehl could. No, he's definitely not. He's got no battery whatsoever. So Gecko should be back to P7. Back in front, I think it was someone was fighting as well. I think Reese and Naira maybe were fighting, but the gap between them is quite high already. But yeah, now Elias and Foxer can just chill in first and second. I mean, both of them are probably just trying to work together somewhat. Foxer just trying to get away from Reese. Maybe realizes that his pace might not be amazing. So just trying to keep up with Elias as long as possible so that the gap between him and Reese is going to be as big as possible. The gap between Elias and Gecko is 8.2 seconds. So yeah, with those battles, of course, it did rise. Which is, of course, good for Elias. It is fantastic for Elias. The further back Gecko is, the better for him, of course. Which, of course, makes the race a bit more interesting. We could see a different manufacturer winning this race for once. All 4 races so far have been won by a Mercedes. So yeah, it would be nice to see it. But yeah, Yusuf and Jamie are pretty close, but I mean, these are mates, so they aren't gonna go for crazy center. If anything, Eagle and Happy Meal could go for a bit of a scrap, not into the S's though, but maybe later on. Happy Meal going a bit wider, a bit of lag from him as well. Just going a bit wider through the S's, and in turn a bit faster initially, but then on the last part he has to go slower. Eagle though has bought like 40% more battery, so Eagle could really try to go for a move. He could just out ERS Happy Meal quite a lot, quite easily. But we'll see what Eagle will do. I don't think there's gonna be anything else happening. Night Owl is losing time on Reese. 1.7 seconds between them already, so the gap is increasing. Eagle doesn't want to go for the move on Happy Meal. Happy Meal recharging the batteries. On the exit of the final corner, is Eagle going to fancy a move into turn 1? He could have gotten a very easy move, but he fancies an overtake mode that Happy Meal didn't get. Happy Meal stays in front for now of Eagle. But I don't know. We'll see what Eagle's plan is with his battery. He could easily just out ERS him. Eagle, is he going for it? Doesn't seem like he's going for it. Doesn't go for it. Just follows Happy Meal into turn 4. He could easily just out ERS him, but he doesn't want to fancy it. Of course, just letting Happy Meal run out of battery so that he can have as well quite a lot of battery, but although T-Fake's not really gonna gain time to the cars in front. The pace, the gap has now dropped to 1.2 seconds between Reese and Night Owl. Reese may be making a mistake somewhere, because the gap between himself and Folkster has risen quite a lot. Or some bit. Yusuf has caught up to Night Owl as well within a second. No, he's not caught up to him as he spun on the exit of turn 13. Another Mercedes spinning in there. And this is like the 4th time. Actually, I think a 3rd time that we see... Actually, you could say the 4th time that we see a Mercedes spinning in Bahrain. First time it was Gecko in qualifying. Second time was Gecko into turn 4. Third time was Gecko on the exit of turn 2, and this time we see Yusuf spinning on the exit of turn 13. In the meantime, Eagle going into the pits for the hard tire on lap 9. Cookface the same. Is Liam gonna do the same? No, he doesn't. So that of course promoted Gecko to P6, but he has overtaken Jamie in that time, so he's up to P5. So a great let through by your teammate / team boss. Great way to do it. Lose 2 positions as well and overheat your tires. So put your tires in danger and your whole car. Well, it did work. So yeah, let's see who's gonna be next to head into the pits. Eagle could get a very big undercut on Happy Meal. It's the gap between Happy Meal and Eagle. That's about 23 23, what the fuck? 22 seconds between Happy Meal and Eagle. But the pit lane is quite long around here. No one's pitting from the top 6. Happy Meal pits from P7. Yusuf stays out. Happy Meal pits into reacting to Eagle, because of course Eagle was right behind Happy Meal. Happy Meal is going for the hearts. Yellow second sector, that's Liam spinning. Turn 12! How the fuck do you do that? And Murphy gets a 10-second penalty for speeding in the pits. Quite unlucky for him. Let's see where Liam could be, because I mean, to be fair, the gap between Liam and Murphy is fucking 20 seconds, so Liam is not gonna get it anywhere near close with Murphy. By the way, Liam is... How the fuck does he have so much battery? The fuck? Is that engine so nerfed that he has just always 100% battery? Or is he just not using it? What the fuck? Or is that Kieran driving now? Would make sense because he doesn't have any pace. And neither does Liam, but Kieran is worse. Kieran is a pure and pure terrorist. Pure fucking Osama bin Laden. Liam is as well the same, but at least he has some manners in doing that. Yeah. Reese goes very could say abruptly into the pits. The only one besides Yusuf going into the pits, Yusuf as well going in. You of course want to use quite a lot of your battery as you go into the pits, because you can just see by Reese, he had 16% when he came into the pits, and you just see how much that car is regenerating. He already has 86% as he leaves the pits. He gains pretty much 70% battery through the pits. Of course, that comes out from your recharge limit, but still, you just gain so much more battery on the exit, and then you can just use it quite a lot on your outlap. So, yeah, it's just very powerful. Yusuf comes out in P10, 4.8 seconds behind Happy Meal. Eagle did manage to undercut Happy Meal, as Reese overtakes CP. CP, of course, not really a driver that really wants to let anyone pass, even though they are on different strategy and in a faster car. Or was it someone else? May have not been CP, probably one of her... I don't know, is it friends? Fucking Olivia, for example. Folks are pitting in on lap 12. Gecko the same. Night Owl and Jamie staying out, so they could be going on for a one-stopper. Could as well be that Folkster and Gecko will be going for a one-stopper in this. I don't know if Eagle and Happy Meal will be going for a one-stopper though. Especially Eagle. I don't know if he will be going for a one-stopper. CP stays out for another lap on the mediums. Gecko just in front of Reese. Would have been just in front of Reese, but he goes wide in turn 1 and is behind Reese. But Gecko has so much more battery than Reese. Gecko is back up to P5. Virtually P... Well, I mean, he's still in P5. I mean, virtually he would be in P3 at the moment. But still, that was time lost on the pit exit because of a mistake. Eagle overtakes CP. Happy Meal is gonna overtake CP soon as well. And the outside, very advantageous, adventurous, and in so went wide and hit the back of Eagle and got himself a 3-second time penalty with that as well. Very clumsy, very clumsy by Happy Meal to try to go for a move on the outside of 10 when you're not even side by side with the driver that you're trying to overtake. Let's through Eagle because he took him out. But that is not how you overtake traffic 101. And if you would do that in, for example, on LMU, you're gonna get killed by the GT3s, and in the chat, you're gonna absolutely get killed. Yeah, what is going on? CP is trying to go into the pits, but Happy Meal and Eagle got off easy, but Happy Meal was trying to overtake CP, but CP was trying to go into the pit, so Happy Meal had to, or realized that it was better to just let go CP into the pit. Elias has stayed out as expected. He's on the hard, so he's gonna stay out until like lap 17, 18, just extending those hards, and as well, bit praying that he's gonna get a safety car or a VSC that could really benefit him. Folkster comes out in front of Gecko. In the meantime, Eagle and Happy Meal fight for the P5. Eagle, of course, as of right now, is still on track, or virtually in P5, because Happy Meal is going to get a 5, probably a penalty, because of him taking out Eagle, and then because he has a 3-second time penalty as well. Because of that fighting as well, they did come out in front of Nida and Jamie, who just pitted last lap, but they could have been a lot more, like, a lot more in front of them, instead of just being barely 1 second in front of them. They could have been like 3 seconds or 4 seconds in front, but because of their mishy-mashy clumsiness, mainly from Happy Meal, they're just in front of Night Owl. Night Owl with no battery to the end of the lap nearly got overtaken by Jamie into turn 1. For Jamie, it would be very good to overtake Night Owl. Yusuf has caught up to the top two, to the two in front of him. Also, mainly because now the two in front of him are Night Owl and Jamie, and because as well he got the undercut, a slight one on them. Back of the pack, nothing much. Cookface has he pitted? Yeah, he has pitted for the medium. So Cookface, seems like Cookface might be the only one who could go for a double stop, or who is going for a double stop. Yeah, he's the only one who's definitely going for a 2-stopper. Eagle could be going as well. I don't know about his tire wear. He went on lap 10 to the hards. That is 19 laps on the hards. He could be going for a 2-stopper and going for a set of mediums on the second stint. Maybe another set of hards, but just pushing on them. He could be as well pushing now as well on those hards. Gecko a new false lap 1:30.138 for Gecko. Of course, a new false lap, but I think he just retook that for himself. So yeah, but he really wants to get that P2, minimize the damages, also so that he will be in front of Elias when he pits. Of course, the tire difference is going to be quite big, but in the end of the race, Elias, his tires could be a bit dead, those mediums, but we'll see how it will go. Equal and Happy Meal very close between each other still. Hopefully they aren't gonna spin each other around again, but Eagle just trying to pick a spot. Also try to make your opponent run out of battery as much as possible, so that you have a shit ton, and the car in front of you has not that much, because you have the overtake mode, the car in front doesn't, and so you can just recharge a lot more. Yusuf not really catching up to the two in front of him. He could catch up though in the end, because Naira and Jamie are catching up to Eagle and Happy Meal, and they could be going a bit slower, and in the end Yusuf has made a mistake on the exit at the 15, so I don't know anymore. but still he could just catch up to the cars in front of him, just because they're just so bunched up that they're just gonna go a bit slower than they would like. And so maybe they could stop making mistakes and all that. So he could catch up in the end, but he has older tires than the 2 cars in front of him. But the 2 cars in front of the 2 cars in front of him have older tires than him by a couple of laps. So yeah, in the meantime, Cookface and CP, the 2 Irishmen or Irish people fighting for P10, technically for position, but Cookface needs to pit still. Cookface going for a send into turn 4, a bit of contact between the 2 for fighting for P10. CP is gonna get the P10 in the end. Cookface still looking for a gap, but wasn't there anymore, wasn't gonna be anymore. Murphy as well trying to go for it around the outside of Cookface. And does he manage to get a move? Yes, he does. Great move by Murphy to get himself up into P11. Has the 10-second penalty, but Cookface needs to pit still because he started on the mediums and he has pitted to the mediums, so he still needs to pit. So the gap is gonna increase to over 20 seconds. I think it would be pretty much good for Cookface to pit now onto hards, because he is losing a fuck ton of time. 2 seconds already behind Murphy. I don't know, is that even AI, because this looks like AI is driving. Kinda looks like AI driving. Bit. The way that the steering wheel drives. No, definitely him. It's definitely him, but he's still staying out for whatever reason on those mediums. Lap 17 out of 29. Elias, the gap between yourself and Focus has dropped to 19 seconds. The gap between Gecko and Elias is 23.2 seconds. 23 seconds. He pits now on lap 17 out of 29. He needs to make those mediums to the end. 12 laps on those mediums. He is probably gonna come out behind Gecko. Definitely behind Folkster, that we know for sure. But probably behind Gecko, just in front of Reese. Should come out in third. There goes Focuser. And there is gonna go Gecko as well. And like I said, just right in front of Reese. But yeah, he's behind Gecko, so he has the fresher tires by 6 laps. And the better tires, mediums compared to hards. So his pace should be very, very good. But we'll see. Behind though, the 2, Eagle and Happy Meal fighting for 5th. Still at it. Night Owl is not trying to go behind somewhere for a gap. In the end, Happy Meal gets the move done around the outside. Stays in 5th still. Night Owl has really caught up to these 2 in front. Maybe he could go for a move on Eagle. He does go for it side by side into turn 8. And Eagle, turn 9. And Night Owl still side by side with Eagle and goes around the outside of turn 10. But Eagle still keeps the wheel inside, but there's a bit of contact between them. Loses the position to Night Owl, so he drops down to P7. Jamie quite close behind Eagle. He could go for a send to turn 10. He doesn't. Goes for a fake. Didn't work out though. But this is what I talked about. That Yusuf could get involved in this fight. Even though he has no pace. Even though he would have no pace and no battery. Because look at this battery. He has only 20%. The whole pack in front of him has more ERS than that. Eagle has the least. Yusuf has only 2%. And with this fighting, he could get involved in this through the second sector. Happy Meal weaving, a bit of weaving on the straight. That weaving is allowed. Night Owl, is he gonna go for a move? No, but Jamie is gonna go for a move into turn 1. Yellows, that is for a yellow car, for a white car. I guess that's Murphy. Yusuf gets himself 3 seconds, so he's pretty much out of contention for the fight in here. But Happy Meal trying to still fight for P5 with Night Owl. Eagle misjudged his speed, hit the back of Night Owl, and Jamie is up to P7 because of a mistake by Eagle. Going into the back of Night Owl. And Yusuf is in this fight within a second, but he has a 3-second time penalty, so he's not going to do anything. He has to pray that the cars in front are going to get themselves as well 3-second time penalties, or they're going to get taken out by, well, spinning and losing at multiple seconds. So, yeah, at the moment he's going to stay in 9th. The only one who he could fight with is Happy Meal, but Happy Meal is at the front of this pack. Yusuf is at the back of this pack. So far, Yusuf is not really fighting with shit. He could fight with his own demons in the car, if anything. Did he even get the overtake? No, he did not. He didn't get the overtake even. So, tough times for Yusuf. The gaps have a bit. I was gonna say that the gaps have relaxed a bit, but Jamie went wide into turn 1, allowed Eagle to close in. Is Eagle gonna send it? No, he doesn't, but he could have gone for it. He had the chance in turn 1, but Jamie, because of that wider entry, or just going wide, he had a better exit. That quick exit, and just had the car in front, and still in P7. Yusuf is only 3/10 back from Eagle, so he could get the overtake mode from Eagle in here if he just keeps up with Eagle. It should be pretty easy for him, but maybe he could make a mistake or something. Back up the front, Gecko and Elias are catching up Foxer, but Elias has caught up the back of Gecko. He needs to make use of those tires and his better pace. He has a tiny bit more battery than Gecko. Is he closing in with a new fastest lap? He's closing in, going to the inside. Elias takes P2 into turn 1. Does he go wide? A bit wide, you could say. Does he get a good exit at turns 2 and 3? Doesn't really that good of an exit. Gecko still had a great exit. Gecko, is he gonna fancy a send? No, he doesn't. Stays back. So Elias is up to P2. And now his next target is Foxer, who is leading this Grand Prix. It's probably gonna be a losing battle for him. He has led this race for quite a while. Just because Elias has gone long, as in front, Elias' teammate Happy Meal is still fighting for that P5, but he's most likely gonna get a penalty anyways. Nida sending it down inside into turn 8, but Happy Meal doesn't get a, or I don't know what the fuck happened there, but Happy Meal gives the what is this ERS battery shit going on? But Happy Meal is still in 5th. In the end, it's just very confusing to see all this D-rater shit happening. But Happy Meal, in the end of that, whatever battery shit that was, that Happy Meal is still in front of Night Owl. He's still fighting for that P5, even though he has a 5-second time penalty, and most likely, in my point of view, he's gonna get a penalty for hitting the back of Eagle and spinning him. Or half spinning him. He did give up the position, but still, round 2 or whatever round this is going to be between Happy Meal versus the rest, Night Owl doesn't go for a send behind. Yusuf goes for a massive send on Eagle into turn 1. Eagle is going to have the inside into turn 2, but he could go for a send into turn 4. He has less battery though, but he could go for a send. He does go for a send, just goes fully into the side of Eagle, and Eagle is gonna be in front, but Yusuf just fully went into the side of Eagle, and yeah, well, at least he didn't get a position from it, but Eagle has been pretty hit from everywhere, from the back, from the sides, from this side now, from Yusuf into the back, from who was Happy Meal, and then it into the front as well, because he hit the back of Night Owl. So the only place that he needs to be hit is to the left, because the right he has already been hit by Yusuf. So yeah, back up to the front. Elias has caught up to the back of Foxer. Foxer is trying to break the draft. Happy Meal, yet another 3-second time penalty. But we don't really care about that now, because there's a fight for the lead. Gecko getting a bit close to Elias, doesn't get a good run at all from the first 3 corners because of that wide entry. Elias is still fighting with Foxer. Foxer is trying to fight with Elias. Elias goes around the outside, and a beautiful move by Elias to take back the race lead, and take back the race lead that he lost because of the pit stop that he needed to do. Gecko's trying to go for a send on Focuser into turn 9, but couldn't get the run. Gonna get the overlap into the inside of turn 10. Does it get the... He's still there. Focuser leaves him space, but Focuser gets a better exit in the end. Both of them using battery. Gecko, is he gonna send it down inside turn 11? Fakes it there that he's gonna send it. Didn't send it in the end. So Foxer is still in front. This is of course good news for Elias, because he needs the gap. He needs the gap in front in case his tires will absolutely die in front. Gecko overtakes Foxer into the final corner. Does he get the overtake mode? Yes, he does get the overtake mode though. So for Foxer this is not that great. And Gecko has more battery, so he can't really go for another move. So yeah, like I said, Foxer was fighting a bit of a losing battle there. But in the end, he should still get third, because the gap that the top 3 have created to Reese is insane. 12 seconds to Reese is insane. Back to the mid-pack though, where Happy Meal has dropped down to P7. Jamie and Nidal are both in front of him. These are fighting for a legitimate P5 and P6. Happy Meal and Yusuf could fight now for P8, because Eagle behind doesn't have a penalty. But Happy Meal is still trying to fight with Jamie. I don't really know why Happy Meal... I mean, to be fair, if Happy Meal is going to fight with Jamie, and he could get Jamie in between himself and Yusuf, who is going for a send into turn 9, gets the move done into turn 10, into turn 9, and into turn 10. Yusuf is still in front, because maybe he didn't get wide. Actually, Jamie went wide, but Yusuf is up to P7 in front of Happy Meal. In the end, he's gonna get P8 with that, because both Yusuf and Happy Meal have 3 seconds. Actually, Happy Meal has 6 seconds. But of course, in case Happy Meal and Eagle are gonna fight for their position, maybe Eagle is gonna drop the pace completely. He could get P7, but doubt it though, as up in front, Gecko and Elias are fighting for P1. Gecko has caught up to the back of Elias, or actually now he's in front of Elias. Both of them are going side by side on the back straight, and into turn 4. Elias is gonna be in front. There's an annoying Audi driving that in his race base for whatever reason. Elias is still in front of Gecko. Gecko, is he gonna go for a send into turn 8? Into turn 9? No, it doesn't. Come on, Cookface, get the fuck out of the way. Lad, you're lapped. Come on, get the fuck out. You're ghosted, yes, but you're just... This is ignoring the blue flags, like if you weren't it, lad. Gecko goes for a move on Elias. Massive contact between the two. Gecko completely misjudged the gap between the two. Both of them have massive amount of damage to their cars. Elias broken front wing. Gecko massive broken front wing damage, and this will allow Focuser to most likely win this race. We have a virtual safety car because of that. But what the fuck did Gecko do? Just completely misjudged the gap between himself and Elias. Thought that he was clear of Elias, trying to get back into the optimal racing line, but he did not do it correctly. They're both going, and they're still both going. It's, I mean, to be fair with the gap to race behind them, it's a lot better to just stay out. Where's Elias? What the fuck? Elias has gone completely straight on into turn 1. But what the fuck was that between Gecko and Elias? Focuser should be able to just grab an easy win to the end. But I don't know what is Cookface doing in that Audi. Just get the fuck out of the way, lad. You have blue flags. Slow down. You're 19 seconds back from Murphy. You're not even gonna catch to Murphy to his 10 seconds, mate. Just slow down and let the leaders through. You're just fucking distracting. You're just distracting the drivers. That's the same as just completely blocking. Mate, slow the fuck down. So yeah, wow. I mean, with this pace, Elias, I mean, he seems like he has a bit more damage than Gecko. I mean, both of them, of course, have terrible pace. With this, Reese could genuinely catch up to the back of Elias. Foxer is gonna soon start lap 27 out of 29. There's 3 laps to go in this race. The gap has already gone down to 8.7 seconds. Reese is getting a bit excited because he's already run out of battery to the final corner. But I mean, he could really catch up to the back of Elias because the pace from Elias is absolutely... he has no pace. Gecko has a bit more pace, but Jesus Christ. Yusuf is going in front of Jamie. He has 3 seconds, so pretty interesting. Maybe he has a bit more pace. Happy Meal going into the pits. Quite long there. He did make yellow flags on the exit of turn 2 last lap, so I don't know what happened there. Let me check the pit stops. I think he should... I don't know. I mean, to be fair, he has 6 seconds of penalties, so he can just take the oh, Eagle has spun on the exit out of turn 8. We just saw him sideways there. So yeah, Happy Meal had the gap behind to pit. He has 6 seconds of penalties as well, so he can just go for it. Yusuf, is he gonna go for the move on Night Owl? He is gonna go for the move on Night Owl to move himself up to P5. Of course, he has a 3-second time penalty, so he isn't really gonna keep up in front of Night Owl unless he manages to pull a big gap on Night Owl, or Night Owl is gonna make a mistake. Or at least on Jamie. I mean, the gap already on Jamie is a second, almost. But, you know, it's gonna be a bit hard that. Reese, 6.4 seconds, 2 laps to go. Seems like unless Elias makes a mistake, Elias should be able to keep P3 on track. I mean, I don't think Elias made any sort of... he didn't move into Gecko in that contact. I don't think Elias made any wrongdoing there. He was just going straight. It was Gecko who... if anything, it was Gecko who moved. Also, I mean, the cars got grabbed as well. Like, I don't know. Just a bit of... just a slight touch. The cars got a bit, like, I don't know, not wheel hooked, but, you know, kind of the same effect. Has the same effect, and yeah, I guess happened. In the end, what happens? Yeah, the gap is 4.8, so really, unless Elias makes a big mistake, yellow, that's Liam. Who's just trying to... I don't know, what is he trying to do? I don't know what Liam is trying even to do, like, what the fuck? But unless Elias makes a big mistake, should be able to keep P3. we start the final lap of the race. Let's see if anything is gonna happen in the midfield. I mean, it's mostly the battle between Nightall and Jamie, because Yusuf has a 3 second. Nightall still gonna be in front. There's, I guess, Murphy going off the circuit. Liam as well is just fancying to slow down, trying to join his mates as well. Nightall could have a run. Doesn't want to go for it though. Is he going to send it? No, he doesn't. Stays back from Yusuf. Yusuf goes a bit wide, quite wide actually on the exit into turn 4. Happy Meal the fastest lap. Yeah, there shouldn't really be anything much anything in here anymore. So back to the top with Focuser. Focuser really looked like no pace at the start of the season. Had no pace whatsoever. Literally was qualifying 9th and 7th and that. In this race he qualified 3rd or 4th. Got a good start in the end. Taking every single mistake from other drivers to his hands and wins the Bahrain Grand Prix. The first time that we have a different winner than a Mercedes driver. Foxer wins his first race of the season. A bit lucky that with the other drivers' mistakes and all that, but a win is a win nonetheless. Of course, Foxer will take that after a miserable start to this season. Gecko finishes 2nd, Elias 3rd, Reese 4th, Nightall 5th, Jamie 6th, Yusuf 7th, Eagle 8th, Happy Meal 9th, CP in 10th, Murphy's gonna finish in 11th, and Cookface is gonna finish in 12th. Final points winning position. Liam could not get Aston Martin's first points of the season, unfortunately, in this race. But yeah. Cadillac are gonna get 2 more points, so they're gonna be inches of points in front of Audi. CP as well, a good race from her, just best of the rest, clearly. Yeah, good race from her. Murphy as well, decent race in that Cadillac. Did what he could. 10-second penalty in the pits, doesn't hurt him at all. Good race from him. Cookface, blind to the blue flags. Liam, slow as fuck as always in that F2 car. Okay, but it just finished the race. Good race by Nightall, of course, in the Alpine. And yeah, not bad race overall. In the end. My God. I mean, that was just insane what happened between those two. Of course, Elias and Gecko. Yeah, that was interesting, but folks are, of course, taking every single opportunity, every single position in front that he could, by mistakes. I mean, he did get happy of the start quite easily. But then, of course, the incident between Reese and Gecko, and then, of course, Gecko and Elias helped him a lot. But, of course, for the wins, you need to get a bit lucky as well. Gecko P2, so he extends the championship lead anyways, and Mercedes are going to extend the constructors lead as well anyways, with P2 and P7 in the end, for now. And I think anyways, in the end it should be, because Gecko is over 10 seconds in front of Elias, so yeah. Recent 4th, good finish for the Red Bulls in the end. Alpine, good amount of points as well. Williams, of course, grabbing good points for them. And yeah. Yusuf is retiring. yeah. So next week, let's just end this pretty quickly, I guess. Next week is gonna be Saudi Arabia. Like I said, next week I'm not gonna be there, so I'm on holiday. So you should hear me on Monza, Italy, which is on, well, after Saudi there's 2 week break. So August 11th is the next race at Monza when you hear me. So yeah, uh, yeah, next week will be that. So see you on Monza, at least with me. I don't know if there's gonna be anyone else streaming this. Maybe Yusuf. Who knows? See you next week. Ciao.